Well. You have reached Gemini Sun with Mars and Taurus. And if you are watching this Gemini, go check out some of my other videos about Geminis that I have on my channel. And let's get started. Okay, so Gemini Sun, Mars and Taurus. Like, I'm going to tell you, off top, I do feel like this is a good placement to have with a Gemini. Because unlike other Geminis that kind of can be confusing with things that they kind of say and do, this would probably be one of the placements that's the least confusing, because at the end of the day, your movements are going to be pretty much the same. Your mind is still out there. You know what I'm saying? You're still thinking what you're thinking and doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Saying what you're saying. But your movement and your approach is going to be pretty much the same. So you may be one of those persons that be doing like a lot of talk. Like, okay, you know what? I'm going to open up my own company that it's like another version of Walmart, and I'm going to be competing with Walmart, and it's going to be so big, and I'm going to be inside is going to be a teaching center to where you drop your kids off and they're able to learn while you shop. But then you're working at Walmart. This is not literally, this is just an example. Meaning people are looking and listening like, okay, really? Because what you're doing now is pretty much the same thing that you've been doing. This is how this placement can get. Because remember, Taurus with the sign of Mars, there's comfort there. Because at the end of the day, as long as you got your food, your home, your shelter, the people that you want close to you, you are good. You're like, nah, I can sit here and lay up in my bed and imagine myself at this superstore that's competing with Walmart with this learning center for the children and talk about it. So it's the thing about it is what I'm saying is that it can balance out that Gemini energy. So now you're just talking about it and people not really worried about you just going out and taking a risk in all your finances on this grand idea. They're like, okay, let him talk because, he does this. We love him though. So, but all in all, I feel like what happens is it's not that you can't pull off the superstore. You could pull it off. You know what I'm saying? It's something. It's noteworthy. It's something. It's an idea that's worthy of getting attention. What happens is you become your own worst enemy with this placement because the lack of moving forward, the lack of even knowing how to or even looking at how to. Because remember, at the end of the day, you can place it. It's like at the end of the day, if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. And you can never really make any real moves and advancement off of the mindset of if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. No, it has to be, no, I want it to happen. I need this to happen type deal. And you are very dependable. You're dependable. You do favors for your family. You do favors for your friends. You probably cook or you get invited to like all these dinners or just meetings and groupings, things of that nature. And you just kind of want your time alone, in your comfort zone. So you may find that you need to put distance between, some people and you. Like if literally you can't, and another thing, how can you really seriously get goals of yours accomplished if you keep running around helping other people or you keep putting your energy into what other people are doing? You got to be aware of that because that's what's here. So you got to be able to say, okay, back up, guys. You back up. I need my space. I need my time. I'm working on A, B, C, D. I'll get back to you later. But even though what I'm saying is easier said than done, because at the end of the day, change is something that you can adapt to, but you don't really like to have to make these changes if you don't have to make these changes, And it can be very hard for you to put it into certain things. What I do want to say is that you can be, with this placement, you can be really accomplished, like accomplish things, a side note too, you could probably be, with this placement, you could probably have like something left to you, or like, let's say like in your family, someone passes away and they leave you finances or something like that, or you have something, you probably be into like establishing something on a financial level to where you can feel like you can give it to your children or in support of them, or like make, let it be passed down to them if something happened to you. You like accumulating things that way and holding on to it because you feel like, okay, well, it could be of value to somebody else, like my kids. So you might not just go junk a car because it's paid for. That's just an example. But you guys can really become accomplished and gain a lot of like worldly possessions, money, things of that nature, because you got the creativeness and the ability to create or bring in ideas, and you got Mars in Taurus. Taurus is like the master manifestor to me, because and even in the sense to where, because no, Capricorn is the master manifestor, but a lot of times with Capricorn, what happens is Capricorn acquires its manifestations over time. So something had to build up for Capricorn in its manifestation to really exist on the grand scale. See, Taurus manifests in a way to where you're in tune with what it is that you want to bring in, what it is that you want to create, and you go towards that direction. You're willing to work to create it. You know what I mean? And it's not that it takes a long time. You just have the patience that is required to see it through. Okay? So where it seems like, oh my God, people are looking and feeling like you got something easy, it's more like, well, no, you didn't see me work for this. Like, you didn't see me, the time that I put in for this. Like, I moved up. Then you got that eye. You got that, you watching for where you can move up. It's not a rush thing for you. But you can really accumulate things. And this position is perfect for that. All right? You can literally think something. You got to be careful with the way you think too. But you can literally think something and then bring it into existence, like actually complete it. And this is good for Geminis because you have more of a focus than being all over the place. Even if your mind is all over the place, you can come up with 100 different things. You have a way of going about, like, okay, I'm just going to write this down and I'm going to leave it here and come back to it, when it's time for me to come back to it. And then you go about this, your execution of things in a practical, sensible, way. Like you have a plan. You have a plan together. This is the thing. Because, like, I feel like where this could work against you is that sometimes you could feel like, I don't know if I should trust my ideas. Like, I don't know if I should trust my creativity because, it might be too much of taking a risk. It may not be, what if it doesn't turn out the way that I thought? Like, what if it doesn't turn out the way that I thought? Or either, what if this gamble or this risk is not all that is cut out to be. Maybe I should play it safe. So you can stop yourself a lot of times from expanding and creating your vision because of various reasons. Because you could feel like, man, I'm being delusional. Because, as you pursue it, Taurus can look at the practical side. You look at the practical side of what you're pursuing and you're like, man, I'm being delusional. So you can really believe that what you're trying to achieve is delusional when really it's not. It's just about you being able to make sense out of it and create it. And you're attracted to people that are accustomed to some type of tradition. They could be different. They could be unique. They could be creative. But you like it channeled. A person that has that channel in a certain way. That has their own things. But, y'all can make things together as well. Like, you could be pretty selfish when it comes to your things and how you get what you want. If you get what I'm saying. It's like, hey, don't cross the line of my finances. When it comes to my money, don't be playing with my money. Like, I did the work, I want to get paid. You could be into courtship. Like, the Mars in Taurus placement is about courtship, like just tradition, morality, and you could choose, even though a Gemini could be kind of defiant a lot, or sometimes you could be interested in people that's like, more prize themselves off of has a moral value or moral code about themselves, that likes music, that likes art, food. You might like people to cook for you, or you might like to cook for others. You may be attracted to people that can cook or be physical. Like, I feel like with this placement than any other Gemini placement, this one is highly physical. You want to, the females like want a strong man to come in and like, be sensual and practical to stable out your Gemini behavior. And, you could be sensual as well. You may value the physical touch. This is the thing. When you get mad, you could really blow up and you can tear things up. So you got to be careful when it comes to that, because you'll have patience. But if someone really does like rub you the wrong way, you can literally flip. So that's all I would say with this placement. But I want to just say this. Trust your ideas. Trust your creativeness and be willing to venture and expand yourself past what it is that the tried and the true. All right. Okay. This has been Sun in Gemini, Mars and Taurus. And I'm Butterfly to Light. Peace.